What is going on, guys? I'm Noire, so back with another video. As you can tell by from that game screen, there's another episode of the LA. I nearly said LA night, yeah. And then what? Let's play slash walkthrough. I can't even remember what happened last time I played because for you guys it's been what? A month or two? 3 months? For me, it's been about 4 or 5 months since I last played the game. But this one is the Fallen Order.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case
Well
got
then,
thrown out.
let's go.
See you later, fellas.
What's going on?
Try not to work too hard.
Look at you, bantering with the boys. It's a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. Hate to break it to you, Cole, but you'll never fit in this sector.
I know we'll actually go forwards. Oh, here he is. So, let's put that. I did these before. I did play through it when I played through it.
Stop just ahead.
I can't remember where everything is though.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice. Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast
You?
of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
I want to say she's lying. She keeps.
It's a serious offense
There
to
we go.
withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this. My husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
It's not going to play that way, Mrs. McAfee. We'll take it from
Oh,
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as
I should have
cute when
gone.
you're mad.
I think that was awful of me. But
This
I
is
will.
a big scene, Phelps. We need to get our bearings. Let's go see the coroner.
Oh, we meant to get down to the corner. I'm guessing we can just drive down, would be my guess. Whoa, 650. Oh, wow. I made I was going to drive that, so it does make sense. Seriously, I was fucking meant to get down there, we meant to just fall or something. There doesn't seem to be a safe way down at all from what I can see. Don't even let me fall down. Ah, there's a little road to take. Just noticed it. Just down this road here. Rather high up.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
Oh,
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
She's a long way from home.
well then. Is there nothing else here? We don't have anything lined up this side.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
We should speak to Ballard
Catch
again.
all the good ones,
She
Phelps.
might not be telling us the whole story.
Hopefully we can redeem ourselves this one.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Bad cop.
How
Fuck's
old
sake.
is Jessica, Mrs.
Guys, I'll be
Ballard?
back in a sec
I
to
couldn't say how old Jessica
to
is.
make up for it.
Oh.
We are back, guys. So let's get back to the interrogation, shall we? Wait, do I have to go back down to the Fox site? Yeah, let's go back down to the coroner.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the front. And that isn't even the best part.
So I'm just going to make sure we've got everything highlighted.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
I'll just remember this note.
She's a long way from home. Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
I have forgot.
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead. Find anything interesting?
We should speak to Ballard again.
Hey,
She might not be telling us the whole story.
so bad, guys. But yeah, let's get into it. My head is fucking pounding. I have a headache. This is the game at the moment. Should be trying to sleep.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What
See,
more
now
can
would
I
it be
say?
the underwear?
I think you're lying,
Oh.
Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
It could be the underwear, wouldn't it?
Miss Hamilton's
No, no, no.
underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie
Hey,
prop.
good
You
work.
must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I have talked to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Yeah, let's go. So we're going to go and interview Jessica Hamilton. So that's the destination.
The paper?
Hey!
Can you drive to this one?
Continue to respond, King.
Sweet.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
Coming out of the hospital, let's go and interview Jessica.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here. No! I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor. I
Feeling
need
better
my
since this
lawyer.
morning, Jessica?
Hey,
A little.
where is the telephone?
My head still feels
Do you
funny.
know who I am?
Hello, Jessica.
Are you work
My
again?
name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
See, this bad cop.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
Where is it?
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need
I
to tell
shouldn't be
us what happened.
celebrating like that, really, should
The
I?
doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
What do you know about Bishop?
Why did she have to look
He
away
makes
the last
movies.
second?
I had to do a screen
wrong.
test.
She told
That's
her
when you
she
say
took
some
him.
lines in front of the camera with the lights turned on you.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my
should have
fault.
just fingered.
I'm not
I
a
should have
bad
just
girl.
done with the finger.
Why are you trying to hurt me?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Doing a bit shit with investigations
Tale
on
of
this
this
one.
town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
Officer needs help, 103 in view.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive, Cole.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
We gotta be very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
How far do we have to go? No question. Oh. No question. Gone straight away, nearly.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
We. So the suspect who have been spotted in a single case.
No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
So we also got our information.
Sure, I got the film.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got it.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Okay.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McAfee's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McAfee will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11K. All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park.
Oh,
11K code 3. All other units code 2. KGPL clear.
He's gonna be dead, eh? Boom! Who did order?
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Oh, indeed. You said take left, look at it, yeah, and I went right.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.?
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Okay. Nothing's gonna be anything, but you never know.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Oh, this might be the.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Maybe if... No.
No. If somebody that's done, I'm just gonna check it. Oh.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
I was checking everything at this point.
Probably nothing. Doesn't look like anything.
Fair enough then. Hey, it's the Bible.
Don't think this is anything.
Some cash, go on, take it.
I don't think this is going to help us. No good to me.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica. like the old movie set downtown.
Oh. That's probably where the essay happened. There you go, have nothing to do with it, but better yourself, I'm sorry, I guess.
I don't think so. Nothing significant.
Yeah, I'll cut
Not
myself
much help.
enough.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Okay. Oh, try to play a few tunes in.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Yeah, well, we have one more loop around. Whoa.
Junk.
Fair enough.
Presented to Mark.
That's it for now, route, it seems. I got everything here. Yeah, fuck off.
There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon.
Well, really, let's see what we can do with them.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Your husband was using June Ballard in his new movie?
Hardly. Mark feels that June Ballard has limited range and is over the hill.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him, but I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Done well with that one. Club, please.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
Well guys, I'm going to end this video here. If you did enjoy, I've been some Nightmare Race on the screen right now. There should be a link to play, so that was a single episode in Crime Committed. And the video you think you should enjoy. Come on, subscribe us. See you guys next time. Peace.